Last night, I got the opportunity to drive this 2019 Porsche 911 home for the evening, and let's get into some things that we liked, things that we didn't like, and I'm ready for all you Porsche lovers to just tear this apart when I tell you things that I don't like, because there shouldn't be anything you don't like. But if you're looking for one, thinking about one, have one, let me give you what I found out after driving it about 100 miles. Okay, first of all, on the exterior, there isn't much I didn't like or don't like or that you wouldn't like. Porsche's Carrera design has always had the highest standards. When you see it, you know what it is, you recognize it. Throughout the years, there's been some changes, but it always has that Porsche front end, that Porsche side view, and in triple black on the road, it is absolutely beautiful. Yesterday, I got to actually roll the windows down, open up the panoramic roof, and one thing about the panoramic roof that I do want to talk about is most times when you open up a sunroof or open up a pano roof, the wind, the noise comes straight in and it's very loud. And actually in this vehicle, it might be the design. You gear guys know more than I do, but it was pretty quiet. I was able to talk on Bluetooth when I was on the phone, and it was actually a pretty enjoyable ride. One thing from an expense, when you look at the exterior, I don't know if everybody is familiar or doesn't know, but the front wheels, front tires are different sizes than the rear. Obviously, there's an offset. So when you do have to have a tire replacement, you actually have to incur an expense of a 245 on the front, and I'm going off memory, I think it's a 305 on the back. And obviously there's only a certain number of manufacturers recommended for Porsche tire manufacturers, and they are pretty expensive. The other sad news is that with that low profile tire in a sports performance car, you do not get the mileage out of a tire that you would on a regular everyday driving car. Not that this can't be your everyday driving car. Just something that you can see that the way it flares out in the back, their design, obviously that offset rear wheel, pretty wide tire, pretty expensive maintenance that you would incur just from a tire perspective. So, but outside, moving around the back, the slant obviously of all Porsches, especially the 911 Carrera, the flip-up spoiler that comes up when you reach a certain speed, or you can ride with it up all the time. Some people think that when it's up, it gives the car a little bit better look. I like the sleekness of it sloped down without it actually up. But I do understand the purpose of it when you actually are driving X number of miles per hour. So rear end, absolutely beautiful, absolutely recognizable. The silver on the black, the grooves that are here where the actual engine compartment is. And again, iconic, recognizable everywhere. Whether you're driving a $100,000 911 or a $15,000 911, you get the same excitement and smile every time you step on the gas, and it was pure joy for me. One thing that I haven't spoken about in all of these vehicles that I am taking home for the evening, and it's the placement of the gas cap. In this particular vehicle, you'll notice that it is on the passenger side up front. There are obvious reasons based off of engine placement of why that is. But I want to talk about safety real quick, and there are a lot of other brands that actually have the gas tank on the passenger rear instead of the driver's rear. And in today's era, when you're going to the gas station, know before obviously you pull up, you'll know what side of your gas tank, what side of your vehicle your gas tank's on. But understand the safety feature of being able to have that gas tank on the driver's side versus walking around and maybe leaving your doors unlocked when you go to the other side. Just a little public safety announcement that I wanted to add into the video. Be cognizant of your surroundings and where you have to go when you're at the gas pump. Okay, what you guys just missed off camera is Savannah having to fold herself at her young age and bending down to get into this beautiful race car, right? that is one thing that I want to talk about. And when I say about an everyday driver, I felt no soreness, no stiffness, no back pain, no leg pain, no foot pain. The seats are absolutely perfect. You can contour the seat to your own personal preference. And I did not feel anything that would make me feel that I couldn't drive it for a longer period of time. I was in it about an hour last night and about an hour and 10 minutes today. But be aware of the lowness of it and having to get in and having to get out. And there are proper ways to get in, as Savannah just didn't do, and proper ways to get out. But hey, it's a sports car, and it's supposed to be low to the ground and tight and feeling great, right? A couple of things that we've talked about in the past are cup holders. When you look around, yes, I know you're not supposed to be driving it with coffee or drinks, right? But unfortunately, I do. And if Savannah will push on that silver right to the left, the big one. Yeah, push it. You will see the cup holders inside above the glove box. They are very delicate and dainty, okay? They will adjust as far as you being able to pull them out and fit a wider cup in. But I set a venti coffee in here, and I was scared to death that when I stepped on the gas and the power, it was gonna dump on the seat. So I had to go back to the old days where you could read the newspaper, put mascara on, right? And lipstick and drive with your actual knee. No, I didn't do that. I actually had to hold it in my hand because I was afraid it was gonna dump over. So yes, some of the power in the car maybe would have dictated that. I just didn't want to spill coffee on all of this beautiful interior. The design steering wheel, Porsche's been doing that for years. It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, some of you are going to say, is that an automatic? Is that an automatic 911? Well, yes, it is. And I hate to say it, that the majority, I believe, of most 911s being produced as of a certain date forward, that's all they're doing is Tiptronic paddle shifting automatics, which they have determined you can get just as much boost and power out of as shifting gears. For me personally, if I was using this as a non-everyday driver, I would go back a few years and try and find one that actually had a manual transmission. If you're using it for an everyday driver, it's absolutely perfect having that automatic transmission and that paddle shifting. Okay, normally I sit in the driver's seat, but I'm letting Savannah sit in the driver's seat to show you one of the coolest characteristics that people struggle with when they get into one for the first time, a Porsche, and they're like looking for the push button. Where do I put the key? How do I turn it on? And as you can see, there is that, looks like a key fob sticking out of the dash. And that is actually the ignition. That stays inside the car instead of a push button. Savannah's gonna turn it towards the steering wheel, and you're gonna hear this beautiful thing crank. That's how simple it is. It's cool, it's neat. Not many people know that that's where it is. And one thing that it does is clean up where you normally have this big push button over here. It's just a trait that all Porsches have. And I think it's pretty neat. Guys, that's my take on 911. If someone was giving it to me, yes, I would take it. And I would look past all of those things I said I didn't like and the joys of what I do like. The biggest joy is when you get in it, turn it on, and drive off. It feels absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I believe one of our videos has toppled over 22,000 views. And we really appreciate it. I just need all of those 22,000 people to follow us, and it would help us out. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.